If you think that your employees work for you rather than the fact that you are there as a leader to support them being successful, you will never have a good culture at work on your team. This is not a difficult concept to understand, but this kind of thinking, like back from the 80s still, where it's just like, I'm the boss and you're going to do what I tell you and you can be happy just to get your paycheck and shut up and do your job. It just doesn't work anymore. There's so many more choices for people to have their own side hustle, be able to work independently, have other jobs at other companies that actually treat each other right. And I know that even in a tough job market like we have in 2025, I just want to remind everyone that you as a human being and an employee have a right not to put up with this and to leave your employment or to make it known that this is unacceptable behavior that you're not going to put up with. Now, being disciplined for bad performance, not living up to the expectations that are in the job description for you, if you actually got a job description, that is your fault. That you have to take ownership of. So if you're not doing the job and somebody is simply trying to help you do the job, then you don't have anything to complain about. And like if you're not meeting whatever metrics of the position for, whatever that you have to meet, whether you're in sales, marketing, whatever kind of business that you're in, if you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do and your boss is simply telling you like in a decent way as a human being, like, hey, these are the things you're not hitting where you need to be, there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. Where it's not okay is this prevalent attitude that's still in many workplaces in America that more and more companies are feeling the horrifying negative effects of in their turnover and their terrible employee retention and all kinds of reports on Google, Glassdoor, Fishbowl, Yelp, that they have a terrible culture, bad management, that people shouldn't work there. More and more smart people are doing the research before they go work at a company and are avoiding these companies at all cost. And so you can, by the way, if you're an employee, it's so easy to vet if a company is actually doing well by simply doing these checks, even going to a LinkedIn and watching if the company celebrates their employees and all the things that they're doing. If they're doing that, it's a pretty good indication that the company has a good culture. But let me remind you of something. This is not like all happening just in one little line, meaning that like just because a company has a good culture doesn't mean that every team in a company has a good culture. So when you bring something up that's not working, the company might be kind of shocked because that's not the kind of culture that they promote, but they might not know that one manager is not getting it and that manager needs to be trained and developed. And often managers aren't trained and developed in America. They're simply put in place. They're told because they're the best salesperson on the team, because they're the best marketer. And by the way, that's not a smart decision.